Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again. This is our third live from yesterday. Yesterday was a lot of rain in Nairobi, and we had to cut the live short because it was a little bit buffering and the network was really bad. So today we have another topic we're gonna be talking about, which is lead generations. If you have watched some of my Instagram video, I talked about it, and I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how you can actually get a career as a lead generation specialist, right? So you have to understand that we are doing these courses for free over here because we have a lot of people signed up for the classes, but some people we understand they don't have finances to actually be able to take the classes. So we're gonna still give this course for free just to make sure everybody's covered. So if you need more support, we have a link in our descriptions. You can always sign up for our classes. The classes are gonna be paid classes, but you get support from taking classes as well. Securing your own remote jobs. We do that all in house. In case you can't afford the class right now, we have another class coming up in September, and also you can still use what we're teaching you right now as your foundations, and that should be able to get yourself a job without any like support from me. So if you have questions, make sure you leave some in the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now, and I'm gonna be able to answer your questions ASAP. So again, welcome again to our next lesson, which is the lead generation. So we're gonna talk about what is lead generations. We're gonna talk about the skills, how to get leads, how to actually get a job yourself, and I'm gonna give you some website at the last, the website you can use by yourself to actually be able to go out of market and get yourself a job without my help. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead. I'm gonna show on this board real quick, and then you can actually be able to understand what we're talking about. So again, our goal is, so the goal today, is lead generation, right? I don't know if you can see my. So the goal today is the lead generation. So the goal we have is, how can you actually get up to $2,000 a month as a lead generation specialist, right? This is something I've done multiple times. My years running a digital marketing agency. We provide leads for different companies, and we can actually make this money easily. I'm going to show you in a few minutes. So let's talk about the skills. I'm saying what skill you need as well to be able to be, a good lead generation specialist, right? So the skill we're gonna talk about, for example, the skill we're gonna be using is what you call, again, lead generations. So now I want to talk about what is lead generation itself, right? So a lot of people confuse lead generations as just like getting people to sign up on your stuff. That's not actually what lead generation is. If you look in a little bit of a details, lead generation is when you actually collect the right informations of the right prospect, right? So if you are selling cookies and you are having people who are not interested in cookies sign up on your phone, that's not a lead. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad lead. But if you are selling shoes and you get people who are actually buying shoes sign up on your phone, that's actually a lead, right? So lead generation is basically a process of collecting informations of prospect. You know what I mean? Prospect who may or who are interested in your product or services. That's what lead generation is. Then number two is, you know what I mean? So why do business need lead generations, right? Some businesses cannot survive without leads. You have to understand that, right? If you look in general, every business needs leads. Even when you go to a grocery store and buy food, you are actually a lead, but you are a qualified lead. But some businesses cannot survive simply without collecting leads daily. So, for example, we can talk about like a, real estate business, right? We can talk about like a business like a cleaning company. We can talk about coaching businesses. So these three categories of businesses, which is talk about real estate, cleaning companies, coaching, doctors' offices, you know what I mean, solar businesses, they cannot actually survive without generating leads consistent. You know what I mean? And the leads, for most part, actually equals to money. You know what I mean? That's how business makes money. They make money by generating leads, which you can actually pay them for their services. So now let's talk about like I just gave you what type of business need the leads. I gave you, why do business need leads, and also I told you what is lead generations. To recap a little bit, is lead generations is a process of collecting informations of prospect of your business. You know what I mean? You understand? It's a prospect, not a customer. It's a prospect. Prospect is someone who is interested or who may be interested in your business, but is not yet qualified, you know what I mean, to become a customer, right? So it's just a prospect. Now let's talk about how to actually generate leads. How do you generate leads for business, right? So there's a few ways I'm gonna show you also over here. Just pay attention. You know what I mean? So there's about four ways to generate leads on the internet, right? Number one is ads. You run ads, for example, on Facebook or YouTube, Google, everywhere. Then you have a form which collects lead information. When somebody click the ad, you request them to give you the information, the phone number, the email, the address, and all those information you need, right? So number two is now lead magnet. This can be something you can send. This can be something you can send it to a cold email. You know what I mean? Basically, lead magnet, as I've been explaining to before, you want to keep seeing this all the time, is giving something for free. In exchange, you get a customer informations. That's what you call lead magnet. So number three, let's talk about there's another what you call promotion. So let's say you're a real estate company and you're running a promotion. You have like a pop-up store, maybe a pop-up store at the mall, right? You are showing up your houses, you have posters and all kind of stuff. And then people, before they can actually see the houses, they have to fill up the form. This is collecting leads in a real time, in person. Or you can also have the link and you're working with the influencers and they're posting the promotion on their stories, and then they have the link to your magnet. So people actually signing up from there as well. So number four is SEO, which is search engine optimization, right? So SEO is basically, we talked, this was our first lesson. If this is your first time joining our live, SEO is a process of ranking your businesses in a Google search or any search, depending which platform you are using. So if you do this is organic traffic. You have done so much work, and now your website pops up at the top of the list, and people sign up from there. And the last one is social media. So if you have a great content and you're a very good content creator, you can actually turn social media into a lead collection or a lead magnet, right? So you have to understand also the other thing is there's a few process in a lead, when you're doing like a lead campaign, right? So number one is collecting the lead. Number two is qualifying the lead, and number three is nurturing the lead. So you as lead generation specialist, your job ends when you collect the lead. Some businesses may ask you to actually qualify the lead as well. Means if I have a product, let's say I'm selling a Rolls Royce, right? And then I'm running a campaign, and then I have 10,000 people signing up. So if I'm going to qualify these people, if they're actually the customer to my business, I have to ask him a few questions. Number one, the Rolls Royce costs $600,000. I have to make sure this guy actually have money to buy my product. That's number one. Number two, I have to make sure this guy, they actually understand what they're buying. And number two, I have to understand this guy, they're actually ready to buy the product, because you may have money, you may understand what you're buying, but you may not be actually ready to buy the product. That's what you call qualifying the lead. Make sure this lead can actually, buy your product. So as a lead generation specialist, your job may end. If you're working for a big company, your job can end by just collecting the leads. And then they have another team which qualify the lead, and they have another team which nurture the leads. But now if you're working for a small business, your job may include collecting the lead, qualifying the lead, as well nurturing the lead until they buy. That's gonna be your part of your your job, right? So we have to understand how to collect the leads. There's a four-way, which is ads, lead magnet, promotions, SEO, social media. That's all different ways to collect the lead. You have to understand what is lead magnet, lead generations, which is a process of collecting information of a prospect to your business or your product or your customer product or your boss product or services. And then now we're gonna talk about how do you get customers, right? So let's now say you are a lead generation specialist. today you want to get customers to pay you $2,000 a month to actually run their lead generation, in their business. So there's a few ways I used back in the days, when I was starting, because when I started, number one, I didn't understand that much, but I kept learning. That's what we say, knowledge is the only leverage in business. That's the only leverage you need in business. So if you have a question right now, you can go ahead and type in a chat. We're gonna, respond to the question as we move forward, and then I'll be happy to, go back for something you don't understand. So, and let's talk about, you started your business right now and you are a lead generation specialist. How do you get customers? How do you get businesses to pay you to generate leads for them, right? So number one is cold email. So some people don't understand what is cold email, because I mention cold email all the time in my video on Instagram, and a lot of people don't actually seem to understand what is a cold email. So cold email is when you take email from someone you don't know. Let's say I go on the internet, I Google like real estate agent in Nairobi. Then I see someone comes up. Then that person, I see the phone number and the email. Then I take that email, I send him an email. That's a cold email because I don't know him and he does not know me, but I'm sending him an email. So the only way this guy gonna open this email is either he's interested in what you're selling, or you have a compelling offer that he actually catches attention. So number two is cold call. Cold call is the same thing as a cold email. You just pick somebody's phone number and you give them a call. They don't know you and you don't know them. You may know them, but they don't know you. So when you call them, you have to be able to explain to them like, hey, I'm calling you because of this reason. I have this offer and I can offer these services. So that's the whole point. And then the third one, the most expensive way to acquire customers, and actually can be the most efficient if you have capitals, is running ads. The best thing about internet, I always say all the time, is you can be anywhere. You can be in Cape Town, you can be in Accra, you can be in Paris, you can be in London, and you can still run ads in the United States. You can have people in America see your ad, buy your product in a real time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of what you call digital ads, is be able to actually set up ads anywhere in the world you want, from anywhere you want. So, but now I'm gonna show you my best way to find customers, right? And I understand that a lot of people, especially a lot of young, African talent, they are having a hard time finding jobs online. They have skills, but they don't have time, because I have had one lady message me and she said like, hey, I did digital marketing course in college, but I can't find a job, and I had a similar thing from another guy who was telling me the same things. And when we had the summit, someone was the same thing, say, hey, I have a skill, but I can't find a job. The problem is most of these companies don't want to hire someone from Africa, especially if they don't know you, especially if nobody's introducing you to the company. You know what I mean? Somebody has to introduce you to the company for you to actually be able to get a job. You know what I mean? They're not going to hire you out of blue. And that's why when we build our program, which is an Africa Academy, we provide both educations and also we help you find a job, right? We still give you the classes. This is a classes, but if you actually take a paid classes, this is a whole 2, 3, 4 modules classes long, right? Just to learn how to do lead generations. We give you a technical stuff of lead generations, right? And then once you finish our class, we actually help you ourselves to get a job, you know what I mean? Depending on which package you chose, right? And that's the beauty of our program. But at the same time, if you don't have, if you don't have the way to do it right now, it's okay, I understand. And if you still do your own research, I understand as well. That's why we're putting up this class every single day, every night before you go to bed, for you to watch later or to watch right now, to actually be able to go out there and do it yourself, right? So now I'm gonna give you a top 10 5 websites you can use to actually find a job yourself, right? Without needing me, without needing anybody. So you have a skill and you're ready. I'm gonna give you 5 websites you can actually use now to get a job. Also, you have to understand some of this website is the website I have used myself. Right now, I'm in Africa, as you know, and that's, I use some of the website to still get projects with my agency, right? So the website, number one, I'm gonna give you what you call workable.com. If you go to this website, look where it says job, right? Or you can go to there directly, say jobs.workable.com. You're gonna find a lot of jobs. You can search for like digital marketing jobs, email marketing, lead generations. You can also find like SEO job on this website, right? Number two, The best thing about this website is anybody can apply from anywhere you are, right? And if you're in Africa, you're in Europe, you are in Mexico, anywhere you are, you can still apply this website. So number two, I'm gonna give you is marketermilk.com. This one, I have never get a job from this website, but you know what I'm saying? Like for this one, I've never got a job from this website, but it's one of the popular newsletter for marketers. Most marketers use this website to actually get news about new technology, new invention, new trend in the marketing space. And a lot of companies do post job on this website because they know a lot of marketers that are already on this website, right? So number three is I'm gonna give you daily remote. This is another one. Dailyremote.com, and the same things you can go on the website, search every job here is remote. That's the best thing about this website. All the job on this website are remote. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can still find a job. Actually, I was looking at it a few minutes ago, and there was a job which was posted in Cape Town. They were looking for somebody in Cape Town to do like a Google SEO for them, right? And then number four, I'm gonna just remote. And then number five is remote.com. So this one is one of the biggest one, and this one is one of the biggest one, right? So these two, I've used them personally myself, and they work perfect. And this one, I use their newsletter. So I read a lot of news from them. They send a lot of update about new trend in digital marketing space, and I follow that as well. So Daily Remote too is a good one. I've browsed it, but I've never actually applied for any job over there. But you can go give it a try. So as I said before, some of the biggest challenges that a lot of young African talent face is the connection. They face the problem of actually connecting to the jobs, right? And a lot of businesses don't actually want to hire a lot of young talent. You know what I mean? It's a big problem, and that's why our program is designed to solve that problem, right? We're focusing on providing you educations as well providing you jobs. So we did host a digital marketing summit the other day in Nairobi, and a lot of people came, which was pretty amazing, and I was very happy to see that a lot of people did come over, and we had so much fun. We had to get to interact a lot. We had some amazing speakers, and we're trying to build this movement whereby we are bringing people in, and actually let them understand what is digital marketing, the opportunity in the space, and how they can get a job themselves. Also, we are here all the time to provide resources in case you need that connection. You need someone to hold your hand and walk you through the program and walk you through the market and find your job as well. So, if you have any question, I'm saying, you can just go ahead, put in a chat, right now. So we're open for the questions. Just go ahead and put in a chat, and then I'll be able to respond. I'll give you like 2 minutes right now. Other than that, what I mean, like digital marketing space is a growing space, and I've been talking about this all the time. I've been advocating for digital marketing. Last year I was in Tanzania, and when I was in Tanzania, I attended a digital marketing summit, and there was a lot of companies over there. There's a lot of speakers over there, and the problem which will kept coming back was that companies want to switch from traditional media to digital marketing media, but there is not enough talent. So if you have a skill in the space, this is your time to shine. You know what I mean? You can build a very successful digital marketing agency either in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Namibia, whatever you are. You can build a very, very successful marketing agency, right? And then number two is I was in Namibia, same issues. South Africa has a little bit, catching up, and Kenya has the biggest opportunity when it comes to digital marketing for young people. So if you're a young person, this is the right skill you should be taking. This is the skill that I took when I was a college kid, and I was able to come from a college kid, broke, to actually building a business myself, in New York, in Atlanta, Georgia, and then now I can even still be able to move around and go from one country to the other country without worrying that I'm gonna be broke. You know what I mean? So I can keep clients. Doesn't matter where you go all the time. So these exciting times. There's no need. You need to be broke in 2024. There is no need for that unless you're kind of lazy, unless you don't want to work. But there is no need, bro, to be broke. There's so much opportunity out here. There's so many skills you can take. If there's no job in your country, there's jobs in other countries, right? and you don't have to move physically. You don't have to go in a, last time when I was traveling from United States to Africa, I passed through Qatar, right? And I met this guy, I think it was a Kenyan guy, and I asked him like, "Hey, bro, how do you get a job at the airport?" He's like, "Oh, I went to an agency and then they sent me over here." But the situation is a little bit bad because I think they have like 2 years contract, and those during those 2 years contract, they will take their passport. They cannot leave Qatar until that 2 year contract is over. So the passport is held by the government. I think that's what the guy told me, or the agency, whoever's I don't know who's holding the passport, but they have to give up their passport until they actually their contract is over. Then they can go back home for like a month and come back if they want to come back, or stay in Kenya. So, but this, you can make 10 times more money than what they're making in Qatar, and you don't have to leave your country, or you can even leave, but you can go anywhere you want, and you're gonna still have income coming in. So anybody who tuned in today, was a perfect time. And this is gonna be recorded again, and it's gonna be kept as a recording. And if you want to learn more, I have the link to my calendar in the descriptions. You can always click the link, and now join my, click the link and book a meeting with me, and I'll give you a call myself. Then you can, ask me a question, whatever you want. And also, if you're looking to enroll for our school, we have a limited spot left right now, and the class is coming in June. There's a link in the description as well. You can go ahead, click, and I'll give you a call as well. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.